In the world, there is a category of creatures discovered by a few but never officially recognized. We collectively refer to these beings as unidentified mysterious animals, or UMA for short. Welcome to the UMA video series. In this episode, I will share with you a mysterious, unknown creature from the United Kingdom, the Owlman. In ancient Chinese, the term Ya was a general name for birds of the owl family. So the Ya person can also be understood as the Owlman, a humanoid cryptic creature. Legend has it that it possesses the head of an owl with pointed ears and giant glowing red eyes. Standing between 5 and 7 feet tall, it has massive wings. And when it flies into the sky, one can see its long, black, pincer-like talons. The Owlman was first sighted in 1976. To begin with, the year 1976 in Britain was very peculiar. That year, not only were there Owlman sightings in Cornwall, but someone also captured photos of a sea monster at Parson Beach, and there were UFO sightings in North Wales. Furthermore, it was the hottest year in Britain in over 300 years, known as the heat wave. It seems that strange occurrences were exceptionally frequent that year. In the village of Mawnan, Cornwall, at that time, a man took his 2 daughters to play in the woods near the local church when they saw a huge winged creature circling above the church. His 12-year-old daughter even drew a simple sketch of the creature based on her impression. From the drawing, we can see that the creature had exceptionally long lower limbs and body proportions different from birds, looking more like a human with an owl's head. However, a simple sketch by a young girl was not enough to convince most people who believed it was actually just a large bird. But soon after, in July of the same year, another 14-year-old girl saw the creature while camping near the church with a friend. According to her description, she heard a strange hissing sound outside the tent and turned around to see a giant male figure that looked like an owl, with pointed ears and red eyes. Upon being discovered, it spread its wings and flew away. Later, people asked these 2 girls to draw portraits of the monster separately, but they both agreed that the drawing made by the girl 2 months prior was already similar enough. In June and August of 1978, 2 more mysterious sightings occurred near the church, and the situation began to drift further away from common public understanding. Does such a giant humanoid owl really exist? One theory suggests that what witnesses saw was actually a large bird of prey, such as the Eurasian eagle owl. British cryptozoologist Carl Schuker supports this view. A sighting in the late 1980s described it as being 4 feet tall with 2 large toes on the front of each foot and said it would crouch before taking off. Schuker stated that this is very reminiscent of a very large owl. The Eurasian eagle owl is currently the largest species of owl discovered, with a body length of over 80 centimeters, feeding primarily on rodents. Coincidentally, a population of Eurasian eagle owls lives in North Yorkshire, and reports suggest these birds are fully capable of crossing the English Channel to migrate south to Cornwall. However, there is still a significant gap between the size of an eagle owl and the descriptions provided by witnesses. Another theory suggests that the Owlman is a fictional creature, because several of these sightings were related to a paranormal researcher named Tony Shields. Shields was a notorious eccentric who loved pranks, leading some to believe that the Owlman was a creature he invented. In the 1985 book Alien Animals, British paranormal researchers Janet and Colin Board suggested that Mawnan Church was built in the center of an ancient ruin and that the appearance of the Owlman might be a supernatural phenomenon. However, in the 1989 book Modern Mysteries of the World, they retracted this claim and firmly believed the creature was an escaped large bird, which also hinted at a hoax created by she-elves. Nevertheless, in 1989 and 1995, there were sightings of the Owlman that did not involve Shields. It is worth noting that in all sightings related to the Owlman, there have been no records of humans or livestock being attacked, nor has anyone had actual contact or communication with it. Therefore, its biological classification remains impossible to determine. To this day, various legends and derivative works about the Owlman circulate on the internet. Among them, the image of the Owlman in the movie Lord of Tears, released abroad in 2013, is the most famous, and it was later popularized by Hack Studios on YouTube. If you are interested, you can search for more information. In summary, the creator is more inclined to believe that the Owlman is a Eurasian eagle owl, or a new species of bird, but does not rule out the possibility that such a giant humanoid bird truly exists. After all, the unknown is always greater than the known, and that is the charm of UMA. That is all for this video. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below to support the channel.